Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to do something I have not done on this channel before. We're going to take a look at some Pokemon cards. Ooh, big surprise, huh? Real uncommon thing to do these days. But I, as weird as it sounds, have no intention of pulling cards and trying to grade them and none of that. I want to play with stuff. You know that. That's what we do here. We build decks and we play the card games. So, I've been roped into playing the base Neo format in the Pokemon trading card game, which is basically a lot of the just early WotC sets, base set, Jungle, Fossil, Rocket, the gym sets, and the Neo sets. Discovery, Destiny, Revelation, Genesis. And this is the first kind of theme deck I've picked up, built all at once. I've bought a lot of singles and stuff trying to build the deck, but I thought I'd just pick up a theme deck, get everything kind of all at once. There's a few things in here I actually want for decks I want to play, so it works out great. But one thing I noticed, looking through online, I don't think there's anyone who's actually done like a full unboxing of this deck, which just seems crazy to me with the popularity that Pokemon has right now. But I thought we'd take a look and go through it. I know that the deck is complete as far as everything that should be in it. The only thing that's missing is the coin. Doesn't mean a ton to me. I've got a bunch of Pokemon coins of my own, custom nice ones. So I don't really need that, but we'll see what we've got in here. This is the Wallop theme deck from Neo Discovery, Grass Fighting, featuring Hitmontop. On the back here, just kind of goes into breaking down what's included with the deck. Contains 28 energy, 26 all-new Neo Discovery cards, some in multiples, and 6 Neo Genesis cards, some in multiples for 60 total cards. Theme decks really bring out the Pokemon Master Trainer in you. Tap into your hidden potential with some of the most powerful Pokemon cards from the Pokemon Neo Genesis and Neo Discovery sets, including all new Unknown and Baby Pokemon. Ooh. Pack a Mega Punch with the extra muscle of the Wallop theme deck. I do like this Lugia coin. I would like to have one of those, but I don't really mind too much. This doesn't have the coin for the price that I paid. I am incredibly happy with that. Box here is in really nice shape too. I know one of the important things with Pokemon stuff right now is that it all looks real good and you can grade it, but for me I don't really care. It's just, I'm just happy that it comes this nice. Taking a look at the contents of the box here. We've got, deck is in there. We've got our little sort of status coins here, basic coins themselves, just for simple play. Got some unpunched damage counters. Got the Neo checklist. A bunch of stuff on there. I don't know about you guys that do care about Pokemon here, but for me, the Neo sets were the ones that like really resonated with me. Red and Blue was cool. I was born in 1990, so I was 6 when Pokemon came out, and I was like perfect age for it. Played a ton of Red and Blue. Played Yellow, which was obviously better because you got to play as Pikachu. But then once Gen 2 came out, that was when I was starting to get old enough to kind of like formulate my own opinions on stuff. And I had subscribed to Beckett Collector Magazine, and I had they had like done an introduction to the upcoming new Pokemon, and they all didn't have like their finalized names yet, and it was just so interesting to me to see like that early. And for whatever reason, once Neo cards started coming out, Neo Genesis, sorry, was the first one. That set is just like, when I think of iconic Pokemon sets, to me, Neo Genesis is the set. So Neo stuff is always the stuff that gets me the most excited. And then we've got our Neo Rulebook, Advanced Rulebook version 5, full color, some unknowns in there, a couple of cool Pokemon, Slowking. In the base Neo format, Slowking is ridiculous to the point that the group that I play with has him banned. But if you got to play when these were the sets, you would know how strong Slowking can be. Here we've got our foil right out of the gate, Hitmontop. The seller was nice enough to top load this for me, keep it in real nice shape in the box, which I'm very grateful for. Again, condition doesn't bother me a ton, just because I'm going to sleeve it and play it, but it is nice to know that I got a copy in this good a shape. The cards in this deck are in incredible condition. Really impressed. Definitely not a played version of the deck. I don't see much of a swirl or anything going on with any of his foil. I might have the sort of tip of one going on in the corner here, but I don't think I really got a swirled Hitmontop, but again, doesn't bother me at all. Just pristine looking condition though. I'm very excited to have the cards in good shape. Any condition is pretty fine as long as you can't really tell in a sleeve, but having them in good condition is always nicer than not. Again, going through the deck, I've got 4 copies of Tyrogue, our baby Pokemon. Smash Punch, flip a coin if Tails does nothing, with 30 damage off a single energy. Great Pokemon there. No weakness, no resistance, no retreat cost. Good for just about any baby. Got a couple copies of Larvitar here. The Tyranitar chain of forms is Tyranitar is one of my favorite Pokemon, and seeing this line be kind of present, I'm really excited about. It's nice to know that I could kind of just update this by adding a couple of Tyranitars to it. I like that a lot. But Larvitar at 40 with a bite for 10. It's an attack that does damage for 1 energy. It's not the worst thing in the world, but definitely not your go-to starter. 3 of him. Your your basic Pokemon. There you go. Playing a lot of other card games. My fault. 2 copies of Pupitar. Skull Bash, Dust Devil. Does 10 damage to each non-fighting Pokemon in play. Some pros and cons to that, of course, but decent little form, and form you can kind of hang out on if you need to. Skull Bash for 20 is cool. It does take 2 energy though. Scyther, another Pokemon that I just absolutely love. Fury Cutter, flip 4 coins, does 10 damage plus 10 damage if exactly 1 is head, 20 if 2 are heads, 40 if 3 are heads, or 80 if all 4 are heads. So it could be a maximum of 90 damage if it's 4 heads. It's not going to happen very often, but for 2 energy, it's pretty good. I like it, and it's Scyther, so can't really complain there. Also got a couple copies of Caterpie here. Iconic little Caterpie there. I really like the art on that Caterpie. Looks like a very squishable little model. Spin Tackle does 10 damage to itself. Not great. Starter deck. What can you expect? Got a Metapod. Nice little line work, kind of colored pencil Metapod there. Hardened and Hatch. But we do get a Butterfree. We can go all the way up that chain with this deck. 80 HP, Magic Dust, Hyper Reverse. Again, not a bad Pokemon. Not great by any means, but putting a Magic Dust, putting something to sleep. If heads, the defending opponent is now either asleep, confused, paralyzed, or poisoned. You pick. That's a great effect, to be honest. And the fact that it does damage is really powerful. It's nice that you get this here. That's a cool. It's a nice little, I guess, one of in a starter deck. You probably wouldn't play something like this in a fully constructed environment, but it's a cool card. Hyper Reverse, 10 damage times the number of energy attached to the defending Pokemon. After doing damage, remove a number of damage counters from Butterfree equal to the amount of damage done to the defending Pokemon. This is a cool effect, especially with some of the decks in the base Neo format. There's a couple of for alligator decks and stuff that just dump a ton of energy onto themselves, or Blastoise decks that do the same thing. Some Typhlosion decks that just try to get a ton of fire energy on them, and to be able to kind of damage them for that isn't bad. Although with a Typhlosion deck, you're just gonna die before you're even gonna try it, but still. Sentret, Scout, look at your opponent's hand. You got 4 copies of Sentret, your little colorless Pokemon in the deck. For energies here, we got a bunch of Fightings, a bunch of Forest, Leaf energy, Grass energy. Man, it's been a long time since I've really dug into Pokemon. Fighting and Grass. Into the trainers in the deck, Professor Elm. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 7 cards. Fantastic. Double Gust, 1 copy. Have any bench Pokemon, your opponent chooses one of them and switches it with your active Pokemon. Then, if your opponent has one, you switch with them. Situational, but can be very, very powerful. Staple card. Hyper De-Evolution Spray, another good card. Choose one of your evolved Pokemon, take the highest age evolution from that Pokemon and put it into your hand. Just a great way to kind of add more cards to your hand from your deck and keep evolving up that chain. Moo Moo Milk. Choose a Pokemon, flip 2 coins, remove 2 damage counters times the number of heads. Pretty strong, can move up to 40 damage to the milk. Energy Arc. 2 copies of this. Flip 2 coins. For each heads, search your deck for a basic energy. Show that card to your opponent, then put it in your hand. So if you get 2 heads, you can get 2 energy out of your deck. Great to just add cards to your hand. Super Rod. Flip a coin if heads, put an evolution card from your discard pile, if any, into your hand. If tails, put a basic Pokemon from the discard pile in your hand. Nice thing, you can't whiff on this card. Oop, found a couple more energies in the back. There's always something you can do with this. And just getting a Pokemon back in any variety is always pretty good. But we got 3 of those in the deck here, and that is the end of our trainer suite as well as the deck itself. This is a cool little starter deck. Some decent Pokemon with some decent powers, especially for theme deck. And there's, like I said, there's some cards in here I actually wanted. I'm happy to have another Professor Elm, another De-Evolution Spray, Hitmontop I'm excited about. So that's good. I'm excited to dig into this format. Pokemon is something that I played a lot as a kid, or sort of said I played. Probably didn't play the way we really were supposed to, but I had a ton of cards collected, traded, lived through the Pokemon hype for sure. And I'm excited to get back into it. Shame I picked such a time to do so when everything is so ludicrously expensive. But the bubble is, it seems at least, is, fingers crossed, bursting a little bit. So prices have been coming down just a bit, especially in some of the just kind of more generic Neo stuff, which is good because that's the stuff I want to buy. Your foil, your holographic Charizards and stuff are still going to be outrageous, but a lot of those aren't good cards. They're just flashy, iconic cards. So I don't really care as someone who plays the game. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, checking out the deck. As I get more cards for this card game here, I will have some profiles for decks that I build, and we'll see a little bit more Pokemon content around. Definitely won't be a Pokemon channel by any means, but we will see a couple bits of that going on. And until next time, keep playing cards.